Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 3 minutes past 10 on Thursday night, back with 3 for tomorrow after another nice day on the bus. I couldn't start it with the party song I started with last night because there was a copyright against it. Now, I used it before, but I only used it for 10 seconds, but last night I used it for 20. My old head wasn't right last night, so somebody sent in a copyright, so I had to swap and put in, I think it was a Phil Collins song. It was one of their choice, and there was a copyright against the race that Always Enchanting ran the last time, and it wasn't that race the copyright was against. It was a copyright was shoved in by some crowd based in the Netherlands, Jackpot du Chazot, and that wasn't the race. Now, that's the third time they've done that lately, but the choice was to weed it out, get rid of it, or else the few pound that's made on the video, they'd get it. So they're not getting away too soft. Mickey D isn't he likes giving away a pound when it's needed, but not when it's not needed. So I forgot to look back to see did they take off all of that race, because it takes a few minutes for it to trim the crack off, then you see, and when I learn how to do them, I'm getting good at that now because that's a few times I've done it lately, and they've nothing to do with it at all. But anyway, King Victor, strong in the market, but the other one there was more money for him, Show No Fear. He went off favourite, but we parked the bus at the furlong pole and we encouraged Ben Robinson to get the shillelagh out, and he did, and he duly got up on the line. I was saying last night it was well handicapped. It could win another race as well because it's lightly raced and it hadn't ran, the second run after the layoff, third run the next time. Bit of improvement still in that horse, I think. Grand start, and then Always Enchanting. The reason I was saying last night, if I knew he was 4-1 or 9-2, I'd have said, yeah, right, do a double. When something is 30-2 and 17-4, you don't sort of do a double. You can't do an each way double because if the two of them are placed, you get more than your stake back then. But somebody said that, I read a comment that he went out to 16s. I don't think it was ever. I was watching, unless I was watching the wrong horse. I don't think it was ever in doubt. He ran as I expect him to at that distance, 2-1 as opposed, or the 2 mile, or 2 whatever the distance was, because he was right there the day that he tired at the 2-3. So nice few pound made again today, which is good. Where are we? The scattering newcomers on the bus, and when they bother to leave a comment, my motto always has been to welcome them, as you're all very welcome. I finished off last night, I said Rick Mosey. Rick was the name, and it was money I had down. I couldn't read my own writing. He threw a few pound into the kitty. Thank you very much, and thank you to all of the people that done that as well. I should have wrote a separate slip down along here, but I was on the phone for half an hour there with a man, horses and football being the topic, and I was over with my neighbours. The two of them they're on steroids and antibiotics and whatever, so I had to have tea with them tonight because they're a bit improved. I had scattered out of the house the last couple of nights for fear they might give it to me, because that's something I don't want. So Rick, Inda 011, Colin Bennett, Joe Finnelly. Joe said he was has been down at the bar for a while. Send one up here, Joe. Nice creamy one. Steve knows my like. Garrett Hickey, Paul Palmer, Andrew Robinson, Robert Grillis. Thanks for the few pound as well. Facer McVeigh, Martin Scanlon, a Lily White, Leak Slip, Roysted, or Rosie T, Pfeiffer, Keith Sutton, Craig Mitchum, Johnny Lytle, and Johnny left a a tip there today, Queen Atlantis, and I think it was 9-2 or 5-1 at the time, and it was won at 15-2 when a few got on. Caprice. I used to have a car one time to the Caprice. Any relation? Joking. Carol Leach. Stokely Raphael. McStair Capital. Martin Patterson. Katrina Shoebridge. I think that's Andy Layla's partner. Thank you for the offer to go to Taunton on the Monday before Cheltenham. I don't know yet. I sort of can't make long-term plans with me health because March doesn't be great at times, or in the last 3 years I might have a sort of a relapse. So hopefully not this year. So I can't decide. And as well as that, I have videos to do every evening. So I know I'll be doing the Tuesday video on the Sunday. But then I'd have to, if I go, I don't know, if I go to, thanks, I appreciate that. But then I've nothing booked or anything like that yet. Shane, just Shane, plain Shane. Todd Dukes, Gordon S. Steve Beattie. Did he say his son was living in Galway with the Hurton Chokers? Owen, Light, Goatsky, Marty Shock, Kevin Steed, and Carol Clark. You're all very welcome. Now, with the paperwork done, we'll get to work at picking a couple for tomorrow. First one is a bus horse. Newcomers, a bus horse is a horse that we picked and bet on the last time, and the horse won. We stay loyal to our bus horses always. Sunday Soldier is out tomorrow. He absolutely hosed up the last day in Musselburgh by 12 lengths on the snaff. There was money for him. We got a bigger price. I can't remember what the price was. Here we see him in the green and white colours as we pick it up in second place.
Happens as they come into the home straight with 3 left to jump. We Still Believe has the lead now, and We Still Believe, but here comes the favourite, Sunday Soldier, with a good-looking run. A gap developing to Percy Willis in third place. So here they come towards 3 from home. We Still Believe on the left. On the right, it's the favourite, Sunday Soldier. There's 2 down there. Down there was Mr. Rumbalicious. Also down there, Dot Cotton. So that was 3 out and pulled up towards the rear. Who's that girl? Sunday Soldier comes towards the second last. Now takes it up. We Still Believe made a mistake there. Staying on from a long way back is in third place, Miller Jess, who's beginning to improve. On the far side, Percy Willis. But at the moment, it's the favourite, Sunday Soldier, who has the lead. Comes the last, ears bricked, pops over in the lead, and has got 8 lengths clear. It's all over. Sunday Soldier is romping away with this. We Still Believe is in second place, but the favourite, Richie McLennan, on board. Sunday Soldier is going to win this, hard held. In second place, We Still Believe. It's close for third. Miller Jess, just third, ahead of Noble Annie's in fourth. With 3 left to jump. We
first learning aboards. She's followed up from a stone higher, and in truth, John, she was a different class. She'd have probably won.
Stone higher, carrying a £7 penalty tomorrow, mostly negated by a £5 claimer called Nick Slater or Slater. That'd be Slater here. Could be Slater there. £5, so technically it's only £2 higher. Now, if we go to Nick Slater, for people that not familiar with him, the last 14 days he's 0 for 1. In the last 12 months he has 26 rides, 4 winners and 6, so that's 10, doing all right. And most of the rides, if we look at the trainer, has been for the trainer of that horse tomorrow. 19 rides, 2 wins, nearly 11%, and 5 places, so 7 out of 19, more than 33%, 35, nearly 36% in the money. So he's familiar with the horse, probably. If we look at what he's up against, a few of them, that Chicago gal was behind him the last day, Turbulent Power. I mean, it looks like a penalty kick, but it's 3 races in quick succession. It's a different track, so don't bundle the lot on. What price is it? I was looking at it there. Even money, wasn't it? Even money. It was 11 to 10 earlier on. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll stick him. We'll put 2 with it, and the other 2 are higher price, so we could do with Trixie. I wouldn't be tipping up him the first time if he was at that price, but because he won for us before, we got to stay loyal to him. The 355. No, we'll go back to Naas first. Naas is the 112. It's a handicap chase there over 2 miles. Good stiff pull up to the finish in Naas. We're going with the Fav, Snake Oil, but there's the horse that won for us twice last year, Verdun Place. He's raised 114 over fences. When he won for us last year, he was 13 to 8 favourite and 5 to 2 favourite. There was gambles on both days. He was raised 102 and 108. If you look at his 3 runs over fences, he has been beaten 16.5 lengths, 34 lengths and 47 lengths, and he gets a mark of 114. I think tomorrow may not be his day, but Snake Oil is a 9-year-old, and as much money as Barry Connell has, he likes a little few more pound in his pocket or wherever he puts it. But first time in a handicap chase the last day. It was a good handicap chase. It was Stevens's day in Leopardstown, behind the Folks Tiara and the Big Chap. That was the race that we were on the winner. The Folks Tiara tipped up at 10 to 1, and Pat Duro was just coming, and Rachel bullied him, and he fell at the last. We'll just have a look at that. He's a fine big strong. Now he nearly capsized at the first fence. He was down on his nose and he was nearly on his hole. That's him in the Marine National colours. That was a better class race, better horses I thought in that, and Snake Oil is the selection. And then we got one more. Where do we go? We go to Huntington. Mayor's Handicap Chase. I don't know, did that Inspirice was that a non-runner at what time of the day? Because I had picked Blue Beach and it was 11 to 4 earlier, 5 to 2. For Melanie Rowley, who has done us a few good turns lately, including a couple of days ago. Or was it yesterday? But the last day, first time in a novice chase, it was a decent novice chase. Mayor Maya, that Impet Streets was second. But it was going great and it jumped very, very well. First time out. And it's a tough old course, Exeter. But we'll have a look at the latter end of it. That's her on the right hand side.
to do as they head towards the third last. Mayhem Maya picked up in front, and there was a
nearly went
mistake
down
by Blue Beach, who pitched on landing. Inspiratrice is third. This is down towards the second last, and Mayhem Maya putting a short stride, but it's to the other side safely. Inspiratrice is trying to rally on the inside of Blue Beach after this leader, and they remain away from Midnight Ginger, who is running on very late in the piece. Down towards the last, Mayhem Maya with a 4-length lead is over from Inspiratrice in second, then Blue Beach, and off up the running Mayhem Maya, just idling in front. Inspiratrice senses another chance, about a length between the Mayhem Maya's just about doing enough. Mayhem Maya had to be driven out, having rather lost concentration up the run-in. Wins for Brian Carver and Chris Honor. Inspiratrice gallant in second, head of Blue Beach, and Endless Escape just held off Midnight Ginger fourth and fifth.
Having finished second to Arclight in the listed race here 31 days ago, Mayhem Maya goes one better. Welcome winner for trainer Chris Honor, jockey Brian Carver, and owner.
It was running on to the line there after making the mistake. They be the three, but if George Tizard has a 9-year-old and John Janil is a 9-year-old, she's only 7, second time in over fences. So that's about it. I had looked at there was a handicap hurl. I had tipped one the last day. But it's not as simple as I thought the next day. I think I had went for American Money. Probably be an each way play. I might go tomorrow, depending on how the morning is. The first race isn't as early as usual, so I might go to an ace tomorrow. American Money, there was a bit of money for the last day. I had tipped it up, but I'm not putting it up on the description. There's a couple of there that the handbrake could be off. Pride of Place, the handbrake was on the last day. It's for conditional jockeys, so we have he's a good jockey up, or Connor Stone Walsh. But anyway, that's about it. We're chugging along nicely in the middle lane, and thanks to everybody for their nice comments. And I've seen Ian Petrie left one there, and he left one from the Dunfermline boys. So here's a song for the Dunfermline boys, and for all the people in Scotland, and indeed all the people on the channel. Mull of Kintyre, oh Miss rolling in from the sea, my desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre. Far have I travelled and much have I seen, dark distant mountains with valleys of green, past painted deserts, the sun sets on fire as he carries me home to the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh Miss rolling in from the sea, my desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre. Sweep through the heather like deer in the glen, carry me back to the days I knew then. Nights when we sang like a heavenly choir of the life and the times of the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh Miss rolling in from the sea, my desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre. Smiles in the sunshine and tears in the rain still take me back to where my memories remain. Flickering embers grow higher and higher as they carry me back to the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh mist rolling in from the sea, my desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre. Get your kilts out now in Dunfermline tonight. Bash the bookies over and out.